In a quaint town where dreams often clash with reality, Mia, a struggling nanny, dedicates her life to caring for a baby named Lily. Abandoned by her wealthy father, Lily becomes the center of Mia's world, filling her days with joy and purpose. But everything changes when the baby's millionaire father, Nathaniel, unexpectedly returns, bringing with him a shocking revelation that threatens to unravel the bond they've formed. As secrets unfold and emotions run high, Mia must navigate a world of wealth and privilege, questioning her place in Lily's life and the true meaning of family. Mia Thompson had always dreamed of a life filled with love and stability, but reality had dealt her a different hand. At 25, she found herself living in a small, rundown apartment, working multiple jobs just to make ends meet. Her latest job as a nanny for a wealthy family seemed like a blessing, but it came with its own set of challenges. The family had hired her to care for their infant daughter, Lily, after the previous nanny had left abruptly. Mia quickly fell in love with the baby, whose bright blue eyes and infectious giggles brought light into her otherwise mundane life. Every day she poured her heart into caring for Lily, singing lullabies, reading stories, and taking long walks in the park. In those moments, Mia felt a sense of purpose she had never known before. The wealthy parents, however, were often absent, consumed by their high-powered careers. Mia found herself alone with Lily for long stretches, but she didn't mind. The bond she formed with the baby was unlike anything she had ever experienced. She often imagined what it would be like to have a family of her own, to provide a loving home for a child. One afternoon, as Mia sat in the nursery rocking Lily to sleep, she couldn't help but feel a pang of sadness. She had grown attached to the little girl, and the thought of losing her was unbearable. Just then the door swung open, and the mother, Veronica, rushed in, her face pale and anxious. "Mia, I need to talk to you," Veronica said, her voice trembling. "Nathaniel is coming back." Mia's heart raced at the mention of Nathaniel, Lily's father. He had left shortly after Lily's birth, pursuing his career overseas. Mia had heard whispers about him, how he was a successful businessman, a millionaire who had built an empire. But she had never met him, and the thought of his return filled her with apprehension. "Is that a good thing?" Mia asked, trying to mask her concern. Veronica sighed, running a hand through her hair. "I don't know. He wants to see Lily, but I'm not sure if it's the right decision. He hasn't been part of her life." Mia felt a knot form in her stomach. She had grown to love Lily as if she were her own, and the idea of Nathaniel swooping in and taking her away was terrifying. "What if he wants to take her?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. "I don't know," Veronica admitted, her eyes filled with worry. "But I can't keep him from her forever. He has rights as her father." As the days passed, Mia's anxiety grew. She continued to care for Lily, but her heart was heavy with uncertainty. What would happen when Nathaniel returned? Would he want to take Lily away from her? Finally, the day arrived when Nathaniel was set to return. Mia spent the morning preparing for his arrival, cleaning the house and making sure everything was perfect. She dressed Lily in a cute little dress, hoping to make a good impression. But as the clock ticked closer to the meeting, her nerves intensified. When Nathaniel finally arrived, Mia was taken aback by his presence. He was tall, with dark hair and piercing green eyes that seemed to see right through her. There was an air of confidence about him, a commanding presence that made her feel small and insignificant. "Where's my daughter?" he asked, his voice deep and authoritative. Mia felt a surge of protectiveness. "She's right here," she replied, her voice steady despite her racing heart. "I'm Mia, the nanny." Nathaniel's gaze softened as he looked at Lily, who was cooing in her crib. "I want to see her," he said, stepping closer. Mia hesitated, unsure of how to respond. "Of course, but I think it's important for you to understand that she's been through a lot. She needs time to adjust." Nathaniel stepped closer to the crib, his expression softening as he gazed at Lily. The baby reached out her tiny hand, and for a moment, the world around them faded away. Mia watched, her heart pounding, as Nathaniel gently picked Lily up, cradling her in his arms. "Hi there, little one," he murmured, his voice filled with warmth. "I've missed you so much." Mia felt a mix of emotions, joy for Lily, who was finally meeting her father, and fear for what this meant for her own role in the child's life. She had been there for every milestone, every giggle, and every tear. Would Nathaniel appreciate the bond they shared, or would he see her as an obstacle? As Nathaniel held Lily, Mia couldn't help but notice the way he looked at her. There was a flicker of recognition, a hint of love that made her heart ache. She had always imagined what it would be like to have a father who cared, and here was Nathaniel, a man who had the potential to be that for Lily. "Can we talk?" Nathaniel asked, his eyes still on the baby. Mia nodded, leading him to the living room. She felt a surge of anxiety as they sat down, the weight of the moment pressing heavily on her shoulders. "I know I haven't been around," Nathaniel began, his voice steady but laced with regret. "I was caught up in my work, and I didn't realize how much I was missing. But I want to be a part of Lily's life now." Mia crossed her arms, her protective instincts kicking in. "It's not that simple. She's been through a lot, and she needs stability. You can't just waltz back in and expect everything to be fine." "I understand that," he replied, his tone earnest. "I want to make things right. I want to be a father to her." Mia studied him, searching for sincerity in his eyes. "What does that mean for me? I've been her primary caregiver. I love her like she's my own." Nathaniel's expression shifted, a flicker of understanding crossing his face. "I can see that, and I appreciate everything you've done for her. But I want to be involved. I want to take her on weekends to get to know her." Mia felt a pang of jealousy at the thought of sharing Lily, but she also recognized the importance of a father in a child's life. "It's going to take time for her to adjust. You can't just expect her to accept you right away." "I'm willing to do whatever it takes," he said, determination in his voice. "I want to earn her trust." As they talked, Mia found herself softening. Nathaniel was not the cold, distant figure she had imagined. He was a man who had made mistakes, but was willing to change. Over the next few weeks, Nathaniel began to spend more time with Lily. He would come by after work, bringing gifts and spending time playing with her. Mia watched as their bond grew, and while it filled her with joy to see Lily happy, it also left her feeling increasingly sidelined. One afternoon, as Nathaniel played with Lily on the floor, Mia felt a wave of sadness wash over her. She had dedicated her life to this child, and now she was watching someone else step into that role. "Can we talk?" she asked, her voice trembling slightly. Nathaniel looked up, concern etched on his face. "Of course. What's on your mind?" I want to make sure that Lily is okay. I don't want her to feel like she's being pulled in two different directions," Mia admitted, her heart racing. Nathaniel nodded, his expression serious. "I understand. I want to make this transition as smooth as possible for her. You're still a huge part of her life, and I don't want to take that away from you." Mia felt a flicker of hope. "I appreciate that. I just want her to feel loved and secure." As the weeks turned into months, Mia and Nathaniel found a rhythm. They began to co-parent, sharing responsibilities and making decisions together. Mia was surprised by how well they worked as a team, and she found herself growing fond of Nathaniel in ways she hadn't expected. One evening, as they sat together on the couch after putting Lily to bed, Nathaniel turned to her, his expression serious. "Mia, I know this hasn't been easy for you. I want you to know how much I appreciate everything you've done for Lily," Nathaniel said, his voice sincere. "You've been there for her in ways I couldn't be. I can't thank you enough for that." Mia felt a warmth spread through her at his words. "I just want what's best for her," she replied, her heart softening. She deserves to have both her parents in her life. As the days turned into weeks, their co-parenting arrangement began to feel more like a partnership. Nathaniel would take Lily on outings, and Mia would join them occasionally, creating a sense of unity. They visited parks, attended baby classes, and even celebrated Lily's first birthday together. However, as their bond grew, so did the complexity of their feelings. Mia found herself drawn to Nathaniel in ways she hadn't anticipated. He was charming, attentive, and genuinely cared for Lily. But with those feelings came confusion. Was it right to develop feelings for the man who had once been a stranger, the man who had left Lily behind? One evening, after a particularly joyful day spent at the zoo, Mia and Nathaniel returned to the apartment, both exhausted but happy. As they settled on the couch, Lily asleep in her crib, the atmosphere shifted. "Mia," Nathaniel began, his voice low, "I've been thinking a lot about us, about what this means for our future." Mia's heart raced. "What do you mean?" "I know we started this journey as co-parents, but I can't help but feel a connection with you. You're an incredible woman, and I admire how you care for Lily," he confessed, his eyes searching hers. Mia felt a rush of emotions. "Nathaniel, Before she could finish, he leaned closer, his gaze intense. "I know it's complicated, but I want to explore this. I want to see where this connection could lead." Mia's mind raced. She had grown to care for him, but could she really open her heart to him? "I don't want to complicate things for Lily," she said, her voice trembling. "I understand, but I believe we can create a loving environment for her, together," Nathaniel replied, his sincerity evident. Mia took a deep breath, feeling the weight of the moment. "I need time to think about this," she said, her heart torn between her feelings and her responsibilities. As the days passed, Mia found herself in a whirlwind of emotions. She loved Lily fiercely and wanted to protect her, but she also felt a growing attraction to Nathaniel. Their moments together were filled with laughter and warmth, and she couldn't deny the chemistry that sparked between them. One evening, as they prepared dinner together, the tension in the air was palpable. Nathaniel reached for her hand, his touch sending shivers down her spine. "Mia, I care about you. I want to be there for you, just as much as I am for Lily." Mia looked into his eyes, searching for the truth. "But what if this doesn't work out? What if we end up hurting Lily?" Nathaniel squeezed her hand gently. "I promise to be honest with you. We'll take it slow, and we'll always prioritize Lily's well-being." Mia felt a flicker of hope. Maybe this could work. Maybe they could build a family together, one that included love, trust, and understanding. Just as Mia began to open her heart to the possibility of a relationship with Nathaniel, everything changed. One evening, as they were preparing for bed, Nathaniel received a phone call that would alter the course of their lives. "Mia, I need to take this," he said, stepping into the other room. Mia could hear the urgency in his voice, but she tried to focus on Lily, who was sleeping peacefully in her crib. After a few minutes, Nathaniel returned, his expression grave. "I have to go. There's been an emergency at the office. I'll be back as soon as I can." Mia felt a pang of disappointment, but understood the demands of his job. "Okay, just be careful," she said, trying to mask her concern. As Nathaniel left, Mia felt a sense of unease settle in her stomach. She tried to distract herself by reading a book, but her mind kept wandering back to Nathaniel. What could be so urgent that he had to leave in the middle of the night? Hours passed, and Mia found herself unable to sleep. She paced the living room, glancing at the clock every few minutes. Just as she was about to call him, her phone buzzed with a text from Nathaniel. "Nathaniel, I'm so sorry, Mia. I'll explain everything when I get back. Please don't worry." Mia's heart raced. The vague message only heightened her anxiety. She tried to push her worries aside, focusing on Lily, who was still sleeping soundly. But as the hours dragged on, her concern grew. Finally, just after midnight, Nathaniel returned, looking disheveled and exhausted. "I'm sorry I took so long," he said, running a hand through his hair. "There was a crisis at the office that needed my immediate attention." Mia felt a mix of relief and frustration. "You could have called. I was worried about you." "I know, and I'm sorry," he replied, his voice heavy with fatigue. "But there's something else I need to tell you." Mia's heart sank. "What is it?" Nathaniel took a deep breath, his expression serious. "I've been offered a promotion that requires me to relocate to New York. It's a huge opportunity for my career, but it means I would have to leave Lily and you behind." Mia felt the ground shift beneath her. "You're leaving? Just like that?" It's not that simple, he said, his voice pleading. I want to be a part of Lily's life, but this job could change everything for us. I need to think about what's best for my career and for her future. Mia's heart ached. What about us? What about the connection we've built? I don't want to lose you, Mia, Nathaniel said, his eyes filled with emotion. But I can't ignore this opportunity. I need time to figure things out. Mia felt tears prick at her eyes. So you're just going to leave? After everything we've been through? I'm not leaving yet, he said, stepping closer. I want to talk about this. I want to find a way to make it work. But Mia felt overwhelmed. I can't just sit here and wait for you to decide what you want. I have to think about Lily and what's best for her. Nathaniel reached for her hand, his grip firm. I care about both of you. I want to be there for you, but I need to make this decision for my career. Can you understand that? Mia pulled her hand away, feeling a mix of anger and sadness. I thought we were building something together. I thought you wanted to be a family. I do want that, he insisted, desperation creeping into his voice. But I also have to think about my future. I can't just throw away everything I've worked for. Mia felt her heart shatter. So you're choosing your career over us? No, I'm trying to find a balance, he replied, frustration evident in his tone. I need time to figure this out. With that, Mia turned away, tears streaming down her face. She felt lost, caught between her love for Nathaniel and her desire to protect Lily. The bond they had formed felt fragile, and she feared it was slipping away. The next few days were filled with tension and uncertainty. Nathaniel continued to visit, but the warmth that had once characterized their interactions was replaced by an awkward distance. Mia felt like she was walking on eggshells, unsure of how to navigate the situation. One evening, as they sat in silence, Mia finally spoke up. Nathaniel, we need to talk about what's happening. I can't keep pretending everything is okay. He looked at her, his expression weary. I know. I've been thinking a lot about it too. Have you made a decision? She asked, her heart pounding. I don't want to leave you or Lily, he admitted, his voice heavy with emotion. But this opportunity is important for my career. I feel torn. Mia took a deep breath, trying to steady her racing heart. What if we tried to make it work? You could still take the job, but we could find a way to co-parent from a distance. I don't want to lose you, Nathaniel. He looked at her, his eyes searching hers. You really think we could do that? I believe we can, she replied, her voice steady. But it's going to take effort from both of us. We need to communicate and make sure Lily feels loved and supported, no matter where you are. Nathaniel nodded slowly, a flicker of hope in his eyes. I want to make this work. I want to be there for both of you, even if it means being apart for a while. I'll make it a priority to visit as often as I can, and we can set up regular video calls. I want Lily to know her father loves her, no matter the distance. Mia felt a wave of relief wash over her. That sounds like a good plan. I just want to ensure that Lily has both of us in her life. She deserves that. Nathaniel reached for her hand, his grip warm and reassuring. I promise I'll do everything I can to make this work. I don't want to lose you, Mia. You and Lily are my world. As they talked late into the night, they began to outline a plan for their future. They discussed how they would manage their schedules, how often Nathaniel would visit, and how they would keep communication open. It felt like a new beginning, a chance to redefine their relationship while still prioritizing Lily's well-being. Over the next few weeks, Nathaniel prepared for his move to New York. He spent as much time as possible with Lily, creating memories that would last a lifetime. Mia watched as their bond deepened, and she felt a bittersweet mix of joy and sadness. She was happy for Nathaniel's success, but the thought of him leaving weighed heavily on her heart. On the day of his departure, Mia and Nathaniel stood outside the apartment, Lily in Nathaniel's arms. The air was thick with emotion as they prepared to say goodbye. I'll be back soon, I promise, Nathaniel said, his voice filled with determination. And I'll always be just a phone call away. Mia nodded, tears brimming in her eyes. I know. Just take care of yourself, and remember that we're here waiting for you. As Nathaniel kissed Lily goodbye, Mia felt a pang of longing. She had grown to love him, and the thought of being apart was daunting, but she also knew that this was a necessary step for both of them. Take care, Mia, Nathaniel said, his gaze lingering on her. I'll always be grateful for everything you've done for us. With that, he turned and walked away, leaving Mia standing on the porch, holding Lily close. She felt a mix of hope and uncertainty, but she was determined to make this work. Months passed, and Nathaniel settled into his new life in New York. He kept his promise, visiting as often as he could and maintaining regular video calls with Mia and Lily. Each time he returned, the bond between them seemed to grow stronger, despite the distance. One sunny afternoon, Mia was in the park with Lily, enjoying a picnic. As they played on the grass, Mia's phone buzzed with a message from Nathaniel. Nathaniel, can't wait to see you both this weekend. I have a surprise. Mia's heart raced with excitement. She wondered what he had planned. As the weekend approached, she found herself filled with anticipation. When Nathaniel arrived, he was beaming with energy. Hey, beautiful, he exclaimed, scooping Lily into his arms. I missed you both so much. Mia smiled, her heart swelling at the sight of them together. We missed you too. What's the surprise? Nathaniel grinned, his eyes sparkling. I've been working on something special. I want to take you both on a little adventure. Mia raised an eyebrow, intrigued. What kind of adventure? Pack your bags, we're going to the beach for the weekend, he announced, his excitement infectious. Lily squealed with delight, clapping her hands. Beach! Beach! Mia couldn't help but laugh at Lily's enthusiasm. That sounds amazing. Let me grab a few things. As they packed for the trip, Mia felt a sense of joy and anticipation. This weekend would be a chance for them to bond as a family, to create new memories together. The drive to the beach was filled with laughter and music. Nathaniel and Mia shared stories, reminiscing about their journey together. As they arrived at the beach, the sun was setting, casting a golden glow over the sand and waves. This is beautiful, Mia said, taking in the breathtaking view. Nathaniel set Lily down, and she ran toward the water, giggling as the waves lapped at her feet. Look at her go, Nathaniel said, his eyes shining with pride. Mia watched as Nathaniel joined Lily, splashing in the water and playing like a child. In that moment, she felt a sense of completeness. They were a family, and despite the challenges they had faced, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Mia felt a sense of peace wash over her. The beach was alive with laughter and joy, and for the first time in a long while, she felt hopeful about the future. After a day filled with fun, they settled around a bonfire, the warmth of the flames contrasting with the cool evening breeze. Nathaniel roasted marshmallows while Mia watched Lily, who was mesmerized by the flickering flames. Do you remember our first night together? Nathaniel asked, his voice soft as he handed Mia a perfectly toasted marshmallow. Mia smiled, recalling the tension and uncertainty that had once filled their lives. It feels like a lifetime ago. We've come so far since then. Nathaniel nodded, his expression serious. I want to keep building on this. I want to be there for you and Lily, no matter where life takes us. Mia felt a rush of warmth at his words. I want that too. I want us to be a family, to create a life together. As they talked late into the night, they shared their dreams and aspirations. Nathaniel spoke about his plans for the future, how he wanted to balance his career with being a present father. Mia shared her hopes of starting a small business, something that would allow her to work from home while still being there for Lily. I believe in you, Mia, Nathaniel said, his eyes filled with admiration. You have so much potential, and I want to support you in any way I can. Mia felt a surge of gratitude. Thank you, Nathaniel. Your support means the world to me. As the fire crackled and the stars twinkled above, they made a pact to prioritize their relationship and their family. They would face challenges together, communicate openly, and always put Lily first. The next morning, they woke up to the sound of waves crashing against the shore. After breakfast, they spent the day building sandcastles, collecting seashells, and enjoying each other's company. It was a day filled with laughter and love, a reminder of the bond they had forged. As they packed up to leave, Mia felt a sense of renewal. This weekend had been a turning point for them, a chance to reconnect and reaffirm their commitment to each other and to Lily. As the weeks turned into months, Nathaniel continued to balance his career in New York with his commitment to Mia and Lily. He made it a point to visit regularly, and each time he returned, their bond grew stronger. They navigated the challenges of co-parenting with grace, always prioritizing Lily's happiness. Mia began to pursue her dream of starting a small business, with Nathaniel's unwavering support. She opened an online store selling handmade children's clothing, pouring her creativity and passion into every piece. With Nathaniel's encouragement, she found the confidence to take risks and follow her dreams. One evening, as they sat together in the living room, Mia shared her latest designs with Nathaniel. "What do you think?" she asked, holding up a cute dress adorned with colorful patterns. "It's amazing, Mia, you have such talent," Nathaniel said, his eyes shining with pride. "I can't wait to see how well it does." Mia felt a rush of happiness at his words. "Thank you for believing in me. I couldn't have done this without your support." As they continued to build their lives together, they also made time for romance. They went on dates, explored new places, and cherished the moments they had as a couple. Their love blossomed, and Mia found herself falling for Nathaniel all over again. One evening, as they strolled along the beach, hand in hand, Nathaniel stopped and turned to her. "Mia, I've been thinking a lot about our future. I want to make this official." Mia's heart raced. "What do you mean?" "I want to ask you to be my partner, not just in parenting but in life. I want to build a future together," he said, his voice steady. Tears filled Mia's eyes as she realized what he was saying. "Are you asking me to marry you?" Nathaniel nodded, pulling out a small velvet box from his pocket. "Mia, will you marry me?" Overwhelmed with emotion, Mia nodded, her voice choked with tears. "Yes, yes, I will." As Nathaniel slipped the ring onto her finger, they embraced, feeling the weight of their journey and the promise of their future together. As Mia and Nathaniel began to plan their wedding, they also focused on their shared vision for the future. They wanted to create a life that was not only filled with love, but also one that made a positive impact on their community. Inspired by their journey, they decided to host a charity event to raise funds for children in need, particularly those who, like Lily, deserved a loving family and a bright future. "We can use our story to inspire others," Nathaniel suggested one evening as they sat at the dining table, surrounded by wedding magazines and notes. "Let's show people that love can overcome obstacles." Mia's eyes lit up at the idea. "That's a wonderful way to give back. We can invite local businesses to sponsor the event and create activities for families." They spent the next few weeks organizing the charity event, reaching out to local businesses, and gathering support from friends and family. They planned a day filled with fun activities, including games for children, food stalls, and a silent auction featuring items donated by local artisans. As the event day approached, Mia felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. She wanted it to be a success, not just for their wedding, but for the cause they were supporting. Nathaniel was by her side every step of the way, offering encouragement and support. On the day of the event, the park was filled with laughter and joy. Families gathered to enjoy the festivities, and Mia felt a sense of fulfillment as she watched children play and families connect. Nathaniel was busy mingling with guests, sharing their story and the importance of the cause. As the day progressed, Mia took a moment to step back and reflect on how far they had come. Just a year ago, she had been a struggling nanny, unsure of her future. Now she was planning a wedding and working to make a difference in the lives of children. When it was time for the auction, Mia and Nathaniel took the stage to share their story. "Thank you all for being here today," Nathaniel began, his voice steady. "Mia and I have been on quite a journey together, and we want to use our experiences to help others." Mia stepped forward, her heart racing. "We believe that every child deserves a loving family and a chance to thrive. With your support, we can make a difference in the lives of those who need it most. As they spoke, Mia felt a surge of hope. The crowd responded with enthusiasm, and bids began to pour in for the auction items. It was a beautiful moment, a testament to the power of community and love. By the end of the day, they had raised a significant amount of money for the charity. Mia and Nathaniel stood together, hand in hand, feeling a sense of accomplishment and purpose. They had turned their love story into a force for good, and it felt incredible. As the sun set on the successful charity event, Mia and Nathaniel embraced, knowing that their journey was just beginning. They had faced challenges, navigated the complexities of love and family, and emerged stronger together. With Lily by their side and a shared vision for the future, they were ready to take on whatever life had in store. Their love story was a testament to the idea that true love can overcome any obstacle, and together they would continue to make a difference in the world. Disclaimer: this story is a work of fiction and is intended for entertainment purposes only. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. The themes and characters are created to inspire compassion and understanding towards those facing challenges in life. If you or someone you know is struggling, please seek professional help. Remember, it's okay to ask for support, and love can be a powerful force for change.